Hello, dear friends. Another articles. That article talk about the Nitish Kumar, who recently resigned from the post of chief minister in Bihar. And this article is written by his party member of parliament Sanjay Kumar Jha, and he writes in the Hindustan newspaper. In the long arc of India political journey, the socialist movement led by Ram Manohar Lohia and later galvanized by the Jayaprakash Narayan, short form called it JP, stand apart, and it was not merely an ideological current but a mass awakening rooted in social justice, democratic participation, and the dismantling of the entrenched hierarchy. The BJP movement of the 1970 in particular produced a remarkable generation of leaders including Mulayam Singh Yadav, Lalu Prasad Yadav, George Fernandez, Sharad Yadav, among others who would go on shape the politics of North India. Yes, it is the decade unfolded the trajectory of many these leaders diverged from the foundational ideal of the movements and the implementation of Mandal Commission, who could have dependent social justice and often become an instrument to sharpen the caste identity, consolidate politics base and in the state like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. This led to the hardening the social fault line and something even manifestation in violent case conflict. It is the context that Nitish Kumar stand out and merely a product of the JP movement, but perhaps its most evolved and the enduring practitioner. Unlike many of his contemporary, Kumar chose to use the Mandal movement as a tool of inclusion rather than division in Bihar, once marked by the rise of caste army and deep social fracture, and he worked toward the redistributing power without triggering the backlash. By bargaining the extremely backward class, the Mahadalit and Pasmanda Muslim, and the government's framework, he extended the idea of social justice beyond dominant caste narrative. This was not the politics of confrontations, but the calibrations and ensuring the empowerment, and did not come at the cost of the social harmony. A similar approach defined his work on the human empowerment, from the reservation in the panchayat to the scheme encouraging the girls' education. He mainstreamed the human into public life without creating a social conflict, and it was a quite social revolution. When the Kumar assumes office in the 2005, Bihar was grappling with institutional decay and poor infrastructure and the collapse of law and order, while the rest of India was benefiting from the economic reform of the 1990. Bihar had been left behind, and its first task therefore was to restore the governance itself. The turnaround that followed is now part of the Bihar contemporary history. Law and order improved, administrative system were strengthened, and the state began to regain a sense of direction. Basic infrastructure including road, electricity and water became the central to the government. And these were not mere the development metric, they were the instrument of the restoring against dignity or to citizens. At the same time, the Kumar demonstrated a rare political balance, and as a law of the BJP and the long period she ensured the Bihar remained free from the communal tension. So in era while the identity politics often spill into the polarization, so his tenure was marked by the absence of communal right and in the political culture, and often criticized for the corruption and the dynastic tendency. Kumar largely stayed clear of the both, and for most of his long tenure, his family remained outside the political spotlight, and his personal life reflected a certain austerity. Economically, Bihar presented the unique challenge and the landlocked state with limited industrialization in really heavily on agriculture. Kumar's approach was the first to strengthen the fundamentals by investing in infrastructures and rural connectivity and the basic service. His voice recognized the inherent strength of Bihar, and notably its Jal Jangal Jameen, and sought to build the development around them. Despite the structural constraint, and Bihar began to register the notable growth rate and often the outperforming expectation. More importantly, the groundwork was laid for the future industrialization by focusing on the road, power, and the governance system. He prepared the state for the phase of the economic expansion and then could attract the investment and create opportunity. There was also a deeper philosophical consistency on the governance noted in the contemporary analysis. His seminal contributions and to moderate the mundane phenomena and the make the mainstream reality without allowing the extreme to take over. This moderation of ideology and identity and politics became the defining feature of his leadership. So personally, I have always felt that Kumar represents the rare kind of political discipline, and one does not seek the consistent outcome and time when the politics is often driven by the spectacle. His work remained grounded in the belief the Prime Minister Narendra Modi remarked work tirelessly for PR and century sentiment that cut across the politics. It acknowledged that not just longevity of office but a sustained commitment to the authority. With his recent decision to step aside from the Chief Minister board and becoming the member of Rajya Sabha, his tenure bridged the ideological legacy of JP movement and practical demand of the government. So what distinguishes him ultimately just the things who talk about the socialist legacy and fragment into the identity. And he expanded it into the broader, more inclusive framework where his policy managed to the moderate the things. In the sense that Kumar stand tall, not just a last major socialist leader of generation, but also the translated ideology into the enduring institutional challenge. He may have stopped away from the office, but Bihar helped reshape and will continue. And in the story of the Indian political movement, so this is the transformation and matures and leadership and the long-lasting impact of the Nitish Kumar in the Indian politics. Thank you, friends.